Previously on Raider Power, Texas Tech football.
All right, we're going to go 8 plays versus the offense right now. Let's go. Let's go. One day, let's go. Let's go.
Well, I think as a football coach, you get excited before you go play any game with what it is. And I think that's part of what keeps us doing what we do. There's always an element of the unknown and those things. And you've got to be able to go and adjust things throughout the course of a game and be able to see those things and then be able to go teach and what you want to get done in a short period of time.
We hunt together, all right? Play fast, play smart.
We want to play smart with it. We want to play with good leverage. I want to be able to stay in my gaps. I want to do those things that allow us to be a good defense.
Any questions about anything? All right, play with confidence. Remember, we're going to have some adversity, just play through it. Play through it, play loose, stay even keel.
I think it's important. You know, and I think it's important as a coach too on game day. You know, I feel like that my work's done Sunday through Friday. Then on Saturday, I've got to keep being even keel, make good decisions, you know, let the quarterbacks tell me what they see and then give them feedback. And I feel like the quarterback's got to be even keel all the time. You know, they're the leader emotionally of the football team. If something bad happens, they can't show that it's affected them. If something positive, celebrate, and then it's over. Play the next play.
Don't let a play slip by. One play. Get a break right here, one play, let's go.
There's an expectation that's been built here offensively, and there's been a lot of great players before them. So I think sometimes at home they put added pressure on themselves, and we play tight early some. And so I just constantly remind them, hey, have fun, enjoy it. Enjoy going out and playing in front of 65,000 people. They're on your side. You know, go give them a show.
Accountability. Discipline.
This one's a pretty decent look here up front. But expect them to slant strong. Slant to the tight end. That's where they should slant it right here.
Well, Friday night we do a couple things. You know, one thing we do is we always watch Thursday's practice because the practice we go through on Thursday is really the preparation for the game. It's the scripted plays that we're going to use in each situation. Our opening script, the first 6 or 8 plays that we're going to run during the game. Our first third down plays, whether it's short, medium, or long. And then our first red zone and goal line plays.
We got to get our hands on him here and go. You understand me? We got to stay on him. Got it, Mickey? Get your hands inside.
Terry, first step, we go back, Coach. Terry, that first step, you can't make it so deep. See how deep you get and how you open up?
Each position coach has their group sitting with them. And the O-line sits right up there in the front, and the receivers inside and outside are grouped together, and the running backs are grouped together. And that's just so the position coach can talk to their group without yelling.
You still got to keep it high and run through that safety so he can't come underneath on that cross. And if you go flat, it's just a train wreck. It's going to be a collision.
Got to focus on it every time, guys. That's the number one thing. Get off the ball.
Don't have bad pad level and fumble the balls. Don't have poor ball security. Okay? Don't get beat when it's an obvious twist. Don't repeat the same mistakes, guys. We got to get better from here on out. We got 11 weeks in a row.
Well, I think it's a sign of a team that's not very disciplined. And early in camp, we were a team that repeated a lot of the same mistakes. And some of that was due to youth. Some of it was due to focus and concentration.
I do not want to have a I told you so moment during a game, okay? When you come over and you cough the ball up because you're running straight up, I don't want to have to be over there going, I told you so, trust me.
That was a theme we picked up in camp. It's, hey, don't repeat the same mistake twice. You know, learn from your mistakes. That's why we watch video. That's why we have meetings. That's why we do walkthroughs.
I'm not looking for a home run. If we hit a home run, great. But I'm looking for 4 yards.
It's so you don't repeat those same mistakes. And now, as we got into the season, we're seeing less and less of that. And I think that's a sign of a good football team.
Be physical. Be the most physical team on the field.
Yeah, you have to be physical. You know, and I think sometimes people assume because we're a spread team and we throw the ball a lot that we're not physical. That couldn't be further from the truth. We take great pride in being physical up front. We take great pride in getting our opponents on the ground. And I think if you ask our opponents, they'll say we're a physical football team.
Play with courage. Play with courage. If you're running back and you got a blitz pick it up. Put your face in it. If you got a route that's going across the middle, have some courage. Catch the ball going across the middle. Okay? And then finish plays. Finish plays. Play hard.
What I try to do is I try to, at the end of it, try to bring it all together. You know, what our key points are. I try to have 3 keys to the game every game. And they're never the same. They're always different. Try to bring those together and then try to, you know, put the game in focus. What I think they should be focusing on for that next day's game.
You can believe it, but you got to prove it. And it's a proving it. You got to prove it every single Saturday you play. Every time we suit up. We didn't prove it in the first half against Texas State. We need to prove it, okay, from the first drive to the last drive, who we are on offense. Okay, and that's what I want to leave you with. Get a good night's sleep tonight. Get ready to go.
Welcome to University Stadium in Albuquerque, New Mexico for this afternoon's non-conference battle between your Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Lobos of New Mexico. It is going to be an interesting show, I think, for the Red Raiders offensively today because they come into this game having that great run of 50 straight points against Texas State.
All right, listen, talk about last night. We talk about being the best all the time. You got to go prove it. You got to go prove it. Didn't prove it last game. You got to prove it this game.
We got to start fast on both sides. Both sides, boys. We start fast and we play for each other. Everybody do their job.
Have fun. This is your day, right? It's your day, all right? Get in here, score on 3. Hurry up.
We're playing fast all day, and we're scoring 11 points all day, all right? Score on 3. 1, 2, 3, score!
We keep getting better as the game goes on. We keep doing that, we'll be fine. Play fast and play smart. We're a tight-knit group. Let's play like that. Let's play like it for 4 quarters. 1 half at a time. Let's go get it started. Let's go.
Juggled the snap, but Daggy, quick throw middle of the field. It's caught by Moore, breaks the tackle. He may go. The 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Red Raiders.
You know, Coach Brown's been preaching that all week is play fast and start fast, and that's one of the things that we wanted to come out here and accomplish, and we did, and I think we executed really well throughout the game.
When you're as proficient as we were today offensively, it makes it a lot easier on everybody, including the defense.
And Austin, straight back. It's batted at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Red Raiders have the football, diving to the turf at the 44 to make that grab for the Red Raiders is Blake Dees.
Kerry Hyder that tipped it, and then Blake Dees making a diving interception.
Big plays because they was moving the ball, like I said earlier, and just able to get those stops and get off the field and get the offensive ball back is big anytime.
One-on-one coverage far side.
And that's where Daggy's going to throw it right side, caught by Moore at the goal line, dives over the defender who's trying to hang on. Touchdown Red Raiders. Darren Moore with his second touchdown catch of the game already here at University Stadium puts the Red Raiders on the board again.
The quick start that Tommy Tuberville wanted. Your offense has had a pair of possessions. Your quarterback is 9 of 9 with a couple of touchdown passes, and the defense is forced a turnover. That's pretty good.
You know, that's what you got to do, especially on the road. Get an early lead and get the ball back for an offense that's playing pretty good.
4th down and goal from the 2-yard line. Daggy back to throw, looks left side of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown Red Raiders. Eric Ward with the grab right inside the sideline marker in the end zone. A perfect throw from Daggy on 4th down, and the Red Raiders strike again.
Boy, and a great route by Eric Ward.
Receiver coming to this side is Austin Zuzalik. He throws it downfield for Darren Moore. He's got it. Touchdown Red Raiders. The trick play by Texas Tech, and I tell you, Austin Zuzalik, who knows how to throw a football, does just that down the right sideline for 26, and Darren Moore has his 3rd touchdown of the day. Defense! Austin, play action, he's back to throw, wants to go deep. Ball is loose on the ground. Pressure got to him. Jackson Richards was the guy that knocked it away, and the Red Raiders have recovered. Another turnover. The Texas Tech defense, the speed getting back there.
It's really team defense. Everybody's running together, hunting together. That's what our motto, hunting together. So we're just everybody running to the ball and good things will happen.
Let's go.
Hey, hunt on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Austin from under center. He hands it off to the
Oh,
big
they do.
back
They
right.
fumble.
He gets hit in the backfield. Ball is loose, and the Red Raiders pounce on it. Ball bounced around at about the 35, went down to the 33.
Boy, and now you put Seth Dagey, who's been red hot, right back on the field.
I tell you, these guys have played pretty well on the front, and so it's you have to give a hand to the offensive line.
And he gets it back to him, steps back, blitz is coming, reads it, throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Eric Ward with another one. And Seth Dagey throws a strike. Boy, he has been so red hot.
That's a pretty good record that he set today, and that's you think it's as much for him, but it's as much for the receivers and the defense getting the ball back and the offensive line and everybody involved. So it's kind of a team record.
As the Red Raiders will get win number 2 for the season, and they do it with a 59-13 victory over New Mexico.
All right, you guys are 2-0 now. Every week we go down the road, there's a different opportunity in front of us. Okay, this week, a football team comes in here that won 13 games last year. There's going to be a lot of similarities between what we saw from Texas State the first week to kind of what these guys are doing. They're going to motion back and create some two-back sets and run the option with all of that stuff. We'll start introducing you all to that during practice today. We'll have about a 5-minute pass, Skelly, and then we'll have 10 minutes a team where we'll get 8 plays with it. Just where it's very base stuff, where it starts to be an introduction for us. Then come Tuesday will be another base practice for you. Again, it's an introduction day with all of it that happens. Then Wednesday, we'll start getting more into stopper calls with it. Okay, well, how are we going to blitz it? What are we going to do? It's like life. I'm either getting better or I'm getting worse every day with it. Because if I don't take a step forward, I'm taking a step backwards. There's got to be a sense of urgency. We've got to have great focus whenever we're here. And I don't care if it's a practice or if it's a game, we have got to be able to go continue to take steps forward as a football team. Let's go back to last week and talk about New Mexico for a little bit. I thought you guys did a great job of preparing throughout the week. Okay, you can tell on film, we're sitting up there and we're talking about things. On the interception, there had been about 3 guys that had a chance to pick that thing. Kerry, it was a heck of a football play for you. We'll talk about guys that had really good individual performances within the defense, and we want to be able to pat them on the back and in front of their peers a little bit with it too. It was a good job, Blake, of going and making a play on that deal. Wait till y'all see Terrence break on that thing too. Okay? We prepared really well. Thursday, I thought we had a very good practice with it. We'll talk about goals that we went out and achieved or that we didn't go achieve. 3 yards or fewer on first down. We were a heck of a lot closer this week. We had one 34-yard pass on first down, or we'd have knocked that thing out of the water. Third downs, they were 5 of 15 with it. Okay, we did not quite get that one. We did not give up a touchdown pass. We did give up too many big plays. I think we had 3 or 4 big plays in that whole deal. Takeaways, again, you guys continue to play hard with that whole deal, and good things are happening. Okay, and then play great run defense, 3 yards or fewer. They averaged just under 3 yards with all of that, not counting sacks or anything in there with it. Okay, so again, let's go continue to get better, continue to play well. Come out there today ready to go. These are the things that we've got to correct on a daily basis. This is what we did good. This is how we should fit this up. How do we as a group continue to improve on a week-to-week basis? Same thing we talked about last week in this meeting. I'm not so much worried about who we go play as how this group goes and plays together. Well, one of the big things that we've talked about from day one is going and hunting together. And what that means as a defense is we've got to have 11 guys that are taking proper angles to the ball, and we've got to have guys that are doing their job on an individual basis. And I've got to be able to count on the guy next to me, and I've got to know the other 10 guys on the field are going to do their job. And they've got to know I'm going to do my job. Keep that up and have fun doing it. Seniors, y'all got anything? All right, let's go. Position meeting.
I come up here and I watch them. On Mondays, we usually, I just watch it just to kind of get the feeling or a feel of how they play. Just kind of watching them run around and watch a couple games and see, what coverages they like to stay in, and then how they play against sets that we'll play them against. If they run around, are they fast? Do they play? Are they play press coverage? Are they more of a soft team? Kind of thing like that. Me just watching this, I can tell these guys play really hard all the entire time. They run the ball really well.
He sets the tone for the whole football team. Here's a kid that won the National Player of the Week for his performance against New Mexico, rightfully so. I mean, his numbers were incredible. But he wasn't dwelling on that. As early as Sunday night, he's watching film of Nevada and ready to go for the next week. And that trickles down to the offensive line, the skill guys. They feed off him.
And then on Tuesday, Coach Brown will kind of give us a game plan, and we'll have the plays that we're going to run in the game. And then I come in and I'll have somebody else will be in the formation where we run that play, and they'll line up to it, and I'll go through in my head of what I would do if it was me in the game. Obviously they're playing one safety. I would kind of go through a scenario in my head. If I like the matchup, right here with this guy, I could tag him a route because he's one-on-one.
It's hugely important, so he's as prepared as he possibly can. And we try to do that in practice also. We try to give him every look, make practice hard on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then so when he plays the game on Saturday, it slows down for him, and it's easier than it actually was in practice on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Coach Brown, he's really taught me how to prepare for a game. I didn't really know how to, coming out of, high school. I didn't get to play all that much. And like right here, I would just go through my head, is a flat open, no drag, no throw away, which, this guy does is a pretty good job. And then kind of like, I'd rewind it and see what kind of coverage they're in. Potts really prepared well. He watched a lot of film, so I learned a lot from him. But Coach Brown's really taught me how to, one of those things where he taught me how to really get the play and then find a formation that, the opposing team's in, and kind of go through it in your head, the scenario that would play out. Big difference between corner and safety, and they're both outside the hashes. It's usually going to be cover two.
He's probably as astute in his knowledge of football as anybody I've been around.
Just kind of like getting familiarized with the coverage. They run a cover two, cover two shell right here, and it's just something that you can rep by seeing on film. Right here, it's just another thing I can look at coverage shell and say, oh, okay, if they're on the same level, they're not playing cover two, but over here it's cover two. Coach Brown really harps on being really good pre-snap and making good pre-snap decisions, kind of knowing what you're going to do with the ball pre-snap and knowing how if they line up in a certain situation or a certain way they do, then more than likely we're going to have one thing or the other. But at the same time, he really, he preaches going through your reads and making correct, post-snap decisions as well. It's like a zero blitz. Everybody's manned up. No safeties in the middle of the field. Kind of easy to tell. They don't disguise it, very well or at all. I guess they're not really trying to. They're bringing everybody. So basically, you have one-on-one, but you got to, catch and get rid of the ball. Kind of know what you're doing pre-snap. You got to be able to feel the pressure and know where your outlets are, your backs or whatever it may be when that happens.
He loves the game of football. He is absolutely eaten up with it. Okay, his priorities. It is after the given priorities, it is right there at the top, and he takes a lot of pride in being prepared, and probably he's as good or better than anybody I've been around in those aspects.
We watch a lot with Coach Brown, and then I watch at least an hour a day by myself every day. Other than Friday and Saturday.
Each one are different. I think the great ones spend obviously more time than the guys that aren't as productive. I think Seth, if you talk to him, he probably spends an hour or so on Sunday. He probably spends a couple hours on Monday, watching video, and then anywhere from an hour to two the rest of the week. And I think that's good. You don't want to overload it because you can start overthinking. But I think he probably spends 8 to 10 hours a week watching video on his opponent.
I know for a fact Coach Brown wouldn't be too happy about that throw. We usually on our corners he coaches us to put them in the back pylon. And if I'm ever watching it on TV, if I'm watching with somebody that really doesn't play football or anything, if there's a big play, I'll rewind it back and say, just on they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I want to see what coverage the defense was in on this play. And so, yeah, I have a different perspective on watching football now.